Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Chelsea's pursuit of Rennes defender Jeremy Jac has moved into a decisive and revealing phase, with Rennes head coach Habib Beye finally addressing the growing speculation surrounding the France under-21 international's future. As the January transfer window enters its closing stretch, the situation has become a test of resolve, valuation and ambition, not just for Chelsea, but also for Rennes, who are determined not to be pushed into a deal they do not fully control. Chelsea's interest in signing a central defender this month has intensified following an internal reassessment of the squad under Liam Rossignol. Rather than postponing defensive reinforcements until the summer, the Chelsea hierarchy has accelerated plans to bring in a high-level centre-back before the window shuts. Rossignol believes the lack of a dominant ball-playing defender has limited Chelsea's ability to control matches, particularly against organised opposition, and he has pushed for immediate action. Within that context, a three-man shortlist has been drawn up, consisting of Jeremy Jac, Bournemouth's Marcos Senesi, and Real Madrid youngster Jacobo Ramon. Among those names, Jac has emerged as the priority target. Chelsea have already made significant progress behind the scenes, reportedly reaching an agreement with the player on personal terms and outlining a long-term role for him at Stamford Bridge. The major obstacle remains Rennes' valuation, which has proven difficult for Chelsea to accept. Rennes are believed to be holding out for a fee in the region of £60 million, a figure that has sparked debate among Chelsea supporters and pundits alike. Jac, while highly rated, has made just 29 senior appearances for Rennes and is yet to earn a full international cap for France. From Chelsea's perspective, the price reflects not only the player's potential, but also the so-called Chelsea tax that clubs often apply when negotiating with the London side. While Chelsea accept that elite young defenders command a premium in the modern market, there is internal resistance to paying what is seen as an inflated fee for a relatively inexperienced player. Habib Beye's comments following Rennes' recent draw against Le Havre offered the clearest insight yet into the club's stance. Speaking candidly, the former Newcastle United defender made it clear that Jac is central to Rennes' current ambitions. He described the young centre-back as one of the best players in his squad and admitted that losing him would force Rennes to reassess and likely lower their objectives for the remainder of the season. At the same time, Beye acknowledged the realities of modern football, conceding that there are factors beyond his control and that developments could occur quickly in the coming days. Beye's remarks underline the tension at the heart of this potential transfer. Rennes want to project strength and resist approaches from Europe's elite, but they are also operating in a market where significant offers can be difficult to ignore. Jacquet's suspension during the weekend fixture only added to the sense of uncertainty, with his absence highlighting his importance, while also reminding observers how little margin for error Rennes have if they lose a player of his profile. Chelsea's reluctance to meet the £60 million asking price has not stopped negotiations. Instead, the club is exploring creative solutions to bridge the gap. French media have suggested that Chelsea could propose a deal involving player exchanges, with highly rated youngsters Josh Akyompong and Andre Santos mentioned as possible make-weights. Such an approach could allow Rennes to strengthen multiple areas of their squad while enabling Chelsea to reduce the immediate financial outlay. Whether Rennes would accept such a structure remains unclear, but it illustrates Chelsea's determination to keep the deal alive. From Chelsea's point of view, Jac fits the profile Rossignol is keen to add to his squad. The manager values defenders who are comfortable in possession, aggressive in stepping out of the backline, and tactically intelligent enough to adapt to different systems. Rossignol's familiarity with Ligue 1, developed during his time at Strasbourg, has played a role in identifying Jac as a standout candidate. He is convinced that the defender's calmness on the ball and reading of the game would translate well to the Premier League, particularly within a Chelsea side that aims to dominate possession. Despite the confidence within Chelsea, there is recognition that the deal carries risk. Jacquet's limited top-level experience means he would be arriving as a player with enormous upside rather than a proven Premier League performer. This is where comparisons with the alternative targets come into play. Marcos Senesi offers experience and immediate reliability, while Jacobo Ramon represents a lower-cost developmental option. The fact that Chelsea continue to prioritise Jac. Chelsea appear increasingly open to the idea of reshaping their squad at the highest level, and fresh reports suggest that even their most high-profile names are no longer completely untouchable. Among them is Enzo Fernandez, the World Cup winning midfielder who arrived at Stamford Bridge amid huge expectations and an equally huge price tag. According to emerging information, Chelsea are now ready to consider selling Fernandez to Real Madrid, but only under very specific conditions that underline both the club's financial logic and their evolving sporting strategy. When Chelsea pushed through the signing of Fernandez in early 2023 for a fee of around £106 million, it was viewed as a statement of intent. The club fought off competition from Liverpool and several European giants to land a midfielder who had just played a central role in Argentina's World Cup triumph. At the time, Fernandez represented everything Chelsea wanted to build around: elite talent, big game mentality, and long-term potential. Since then, he has largely justified the faith placed in him, often standing out even when the team around him struggled for cohesion and consistency. This season, Fernandez has again been one of Chelsea's more reliable performers. 6 goals and 2 assists from central midfield in 21 Premier League appearances underline his growing influence in the final third, while his work rate and technical quality continue to make him a focal point of Chelsea's build-up play. Despite the club's uneven form, his individual performances have not gone unnoticed across Europe. Real Madrid, in particular, have been monitoring his situation closely, viewing him as a potential long-term successor to their aging midfield core. What has shifted the landscape is Chelsea's internal reassessment following managerial upheaval. With Enzo Marresca no longer in charge and the club once again recalibrating its direction, questions have emerged about which players truly form the untouchable spine of the project. While Chelsea still see Fernandez as a world-class midfielder, sources now suggest that he is not completely off-limits if the right offer arrives. Journalist Dean Jones reports that intermediaries have already indicated to Real Madrid that Chelsea could be willing to listen to proposals in the summer, provided their valuation is met. That valuation is expected to be enormous. Fernandez cost Chelsea £106.8 million, and the club are under no pressure to sell at a loss. Any deal would likely become one of the most expensive transfers in La Liga history, reflecting both the player's pedigree and Chelsea's desire to protect their investment. This stance fits with the club's broader approach. While they are open to high-profile sales, they will only sanction them if they align with long-term planning and financial logic. There is also a personal dimension to the story. Reports indicate that Fernandez has been reflecting on his future following Maresca's departure.